So, Avi, tell us a little bit about you've been touring. You're working on this documentary. And,
basically touring. This was kind of a film. It's weird when you call me a filmmaker, but I guess that kind of applies. Now you
made a film. You're a filmmaker.
Yeah. No,
don't be ashamed of it, Avi. You're
Yeah,
in a safe place.
It's not
here,
a badge
buddy.
of honor or shame. It's not like you're a comic. Oh, Jesus. I'm so used to the other way. No.
Oh, great. A filmmaker. You can sleep in the condo with the other filmmakers.
Another one of those.
They're so easy to make. There's so many of them.
It's only taken 5-6 years, I guess, to put together.
Documentaries even easier.
Yeah, so much. So little footage to plow through. I do this tour in Israel a couple times a year, and where I bring comedians over to perform, and it just kind of started to brighten the mood there. And over the years, like certain people have said, why don't you just start filming this? Or people would just show up to the shows and go, I got a camera. You mind if and I'll give you the footage afterwards. I go, all right. And it kind of is a film that happened on purpose, on accident. Things were filmed at different speeds, at different sound levels, and all this stuff. I don't think technologically we could have done it just even like a couple of years ago, because sound-wise we needed so many things fixed, and the things have progressed since then. So some was on PAL and some on NTSC, and so we began to record, and just over the years we've had all this footage of a bunch of the comics that have gone over to Israel, and we made a documentary about it. And the spine of the film was one tour. There was so much that was not usable. Danny Gold produced it, and Larry Earps directed and edited it. And Danny is like, let me just send Larry over there. When's your next tour? And that'll be the spine of the film. We'll see if we can get enough to put something together. And it was Wayne Fetterman, Dennis Regan, and Ralph Harris. And the title of the film is Land of Milk and Funny. And that kind of became the spine of the film, peppered with different years. And it was, we've just screened it a few times, but the response has been great. People really liked it. So, and all of a sudden, just from like a couple of we had one screening in Jerusalem when I was just there over the holidays, and sold it out. And I didn't even know the editor of the Times of Israel, this guy, David Horowitz, was there. I didn't know he was there. I didn't know he was going to write a review. And from that review, just requests from all over the place. Because I think especially in the Jewish film world, every film is like Arab-Israeli conflict or Holocaust, or somebody trying to show how terrible Israel is. Like, that's just kind of the vibe of almost so something that's not that, I think they like and they find interesting. So, but it's been I've certainly learned a lot.
So in the Jewish film community, a comedy is an outlier.
Yeah, it's
is that what you're saying?
It's a rarity, oddly enough.
Or also non-political.
It's
everything
not really
involving
politics
Israel. There's always a political bent.
I mean, and it shows, and the only politics I can think of that's involved is it's people, you'd have an image of it and it's not that, but that would be and I'm stretching, but no, there's no, it's just not about that. It's about these comics going over there, and some of them experience it differently, some more religiously, some not. We kind of got lucky that Wayne is like, in the film, he's like, agnostic leaning towards atheist. He said this is the least religious he's ever been in his life. Dennis Regan is the opposite. He used to be an atheist and now believes in God again. And Ralph is a church-going, grew up in the church. And I think that was just dumb luck that all three of them are very different in how they would, approach.
No, it wasn't. It was deliberate casting.
Yes, of course. That's why. We had somebody else, we kicked him off. But that was, and so I've been going through that and then working on that. And then I wrote a film with a friend of mine, Billy Reback, who you guys know, I think, and he used to executive produce Home Improvement, and just a great joke writer called He's Out. And I think we're about to, tonight, sign stuff to get that rolling, optioning that. So
good luck.
So I'm sure that'll be a real quick process.
Yeah.
It's always quick to turn around.
All right, well,
have that shot by next month.
When it's out, come back and we'll talk about it in 6 years.
Yes. So. We're open for 5. That'll be, But it is amazing how long it takes to get
anything
things
going.
Done. Yeah. And I mean, and even when you have
except in the online space is instant and everything else takes forever.
Right. And it is astounding though how someone can make a YouTube video and all of a sudden that vaults their career into, mega stardom, and they spent 4 minutes on it. But to get anything rolling off the ground that's more
traditional
than that,
media.
Thought about this and it's just, even when you have money in place, and we were just going hand to mouth. We'd run into $500 here, somebody want to give us $1,000 there, and
right.
Oh, good, now we can edit this 3 minutes of film, and put sound to it. But it's really hard, and I've learned really expensive. Just trying to get your money back is it's a challenge, but if you like it, it's worth it once you see it.
You make that final film. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
To get it
people
done.
kept telling me congratulations. I'm like, you haven't seen it. They're like, people who knew more than me and still know more than me are like, you apparently don't understand how hard.
Yeah, you got it done. Congratulations.
Like,
even if it's unwatchable, congratulations.
Yeah, I can give you a list of the people who have come to me over the last couple of years and go, God, I got this idea for a doc, Graham. You've done them. Let's talk. And I go, yeah, sure. And either they don't even show up for the lunch, or we have the talk and I tell them, and then they go, oh, and then never hear about it again.
It's a commitment. And just for you guys, I mean, even having a podcast, I was like, everyone had the amount of viewers and how I know what a commitment it takes to do this, because I've talked to people, and to get this up and running. I was like, I don't know how Graham and Chris do this, but it's impressive. Like, to just have something and be able to get it done and finished and put it out all the time it's hard. I mean, it's not easy. So.
You've done it over 412 times.
Yes,
that's
especially
412 than most people.
Rod shot first.